Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my little live stream. We are way out east on Long Island, way away from New York City and the grime of New York. I'm starting to look at that calendar going, man, it's just a matter of time before we start packing up and heading back to that city. That doesn't make me a happy boy, that's for sure. But welcome to my little live stream. I'm trying to get the Insta. All right, I think I'm on the Insta. Now we can start. Jedi Grind off the bat, $10. Good morning, Greg. It's 8:30 p.m. here in Australia. My God, Jedi. I got a question for you. What is everyone thinking about the Trump thing that happened in Australia? I would love to know what another country's thinking about all that. And also, man, thanks for the $10 to start the festivities. I greatly appreciate it because I'm in a bad mood. I got a hangnail right there, and I'm debating, do I go for it, which means try to pull it out. And everyone knows if you pull out the hangnail the wrong way, you can have a long, thin, red strip all the way down to your elbow. So I'm toying with the idea, should I go for it or not? That's the big problem today. You know, when you live like this in the summer, life is just nice and slow. Got on my bike yesterday and rode 10 miles to pick up my car because it needed a service. Things like that. But good morning to you, Jedi. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate you. You know that. You know that by now, Jedi. You know that. What's up, Jamie Lynn? Good morning, Open Squad. Good morning to Andrew Day. Good morning to RJ Hinners. We got the Vincent Scaramuzo with doing this thing, because he's a beach guy too. I get it. I absolutely get it. Oh, by the way, green apple splatters. Went to the supermarket yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? Gonna get some fresh bagels. Gonna get the cream trees, gonna get the cream cheese, you know, the fluffy kind that spreads all nice and easy. Gonna get a very ripe tomato, some capers, and you know what? Why not get some smoked salmon? Put it all nice on the bagel with the cream cheese, with the slice of tomato and some capers. Toast it a little bit. Obviously, toast the bagel before you do all that. We all know that, and eat it. Eat it for a little like brunch. Well, and then I insisted my wife. I go, you need to have some of this smoked salmon on your bagel. It's the only way to go. Long story short, we both got tremendous. Let's call it tremendous food poisoning. Tremendous. And my wife knew something was wrong, so she checked the packaging. And I don't know. I guess we ate some smoked salmon that had an expiration date of June 8th. June 8th. I know it's slow out here, but my God, check your shelves. That's not good, right? Eating salmon. And it was smoked salmon, but it was very, very much on the raw side. So it was just sitting there, sort of cold, because you know how they do in the supermarket. It's sort of cold because it's front and center, so you can grab it. That's not good, right? That's a no bueno. I'm going to give myself a no bueno this morning. Scott Watson, good morning. Ope and all, good morning, Mr. Watson. How are you? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Oh, my God. Is it really Wednesday? Richie Rich with morning. Who the man? 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 I don't know who the man is today. I honestly don't know who the man is today. Maybe I should ask this guy.
Damn.
Rod, who's the man today? It's one of our bits on the live stream in the morning. Who do you think is the man this morning as you wake up?
Hi, Opie. How are you?
Good. Who do you think the man is?
Who do I think the man is? Well, I mean, that's a pretty obvious answer. Yesterday was a big deal, right? Didn't Trump just announce his running mate? Wouldn't that be considered a big deal? The man?
So who's the man? Is it the VP, or is it the Trump himself?
I think it has to be J.D. Vance at the moment, don't you?
You like JD Vance? Look at the Ron liking the JD Vance.
Well, I mean, first of all, good Lord, Trump may be the luckiest man on earth. By the way, the kid who shot him was on the shooting team. Like he wasn't an amateur, and he was on like the JV or varsity shooting team with a long gun. He knew how to. By the way, he walked in with one of those like sight things that you use for golf, so he could get the right measurement. Yeah. This is exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
And by the way, Trump said it. Trump said, really, the only time I turned my head to the right was to look at the monitor. And he goes, I really never do that.
Right.
And when he turned his head to the right, his left ear came in, like moved forward. You understand?
Right.
And the bullet pierced his ear. There is a chunk gone.
Right.
So, he's wearing that bandage, right? Well, I swear to God, when
the bandage. You're a comedian. You can't make fun of the bandage, Ron. People will get really, really mad. But my point is the bandage looks ridiculous. And he's such a vain man. Someone said, wear this giant Kotex on the side of your head. And I'm thinking, if I know Trump a little bit and we got to talk to him over the years, you would think he would look in the mirror and go, this looks ridiculous.
The first thing he said was, I hope I don't have to wear the bandage.
Right.
But this is my Nostradamus. This is Nostradamus' prediction. Okay. When the bandage comes off, dude, he's gonna fill that hole with a big old fucking diamond. He's gonna be blinged out. I believe that.
You think Trump's gonna have a diamond? What?
No, like fucking ruby sapphire that has the letters MAGA.
All right. I just think the bandage looks ridiculous, but people are very, very, very mad. It's like
it looks like the first hearing aid ever made.
it looks like he ordered a pillow from Team U.
Well, who's that pillow guy who's a big Trump supporter?
Oh yeah, the My Pillow guy.
Yeah, he's every time you see him, his cross is always bigger.
Yeah. Did you have a grandma that said words weird, being from Boston?
I mean, the words you're talking about Boston phrases?
No, like my grandma used to say "pilla" because we were talking about pillows. She used to say "pilla." Here's your pilla, and she also used to say "turlet." Make sure you flush the turlet. The turlet.
Where's your grandmother from?
I don't know.
I mean, that's a weird. I don't even know where that dialect's from.
She's from Queens, I guess, originally. We're mutts. So she was a little of everything. Want to say thank you to Paul for giving us $1.99, by the way.
But by the way, bringing up Queens, guess what happened yesterday at 11:20 a.m. in New York City?
What happened?
There was a fucking fireball over Queens.
A fireball? What do you mean?
Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, really? It's on the news. It was confirmed by like NASA. So New York City at 11:20 a.m. yesterday had a meteor, literally a fireball, that went over the Statue of Liberty.
Come on.
And disintegrated over Midtown Manhattan. 100%. And people thought it was an earthquake because of the sonic boom. I'm telling you, man, like, you didn't hear that, Opie?
Dude, I live a very lazy life in the summer. I barely turn on the news. I only turned on the news because of the Trump thing.
And so people thought, remember how we recently had earthquakes?
Yeah.
So people were saying, hey, we have another earthquake because of the sonic boom. But yeah, I mean, like, it's almost like apocalyptic what's going on, man. Earthquakes, fucking meteors.
Wait, why isn't this on the Twitter? Twitter has everything. I don't see it on the Twitter.
Yeah. Literally, people were freaking out. They were calling 911.
Wait a minute. Is this a sign from the Lord Jesus Christ that Trump needs to be president or else?
if you watched, I like to watch little bits of the Republican National Convention.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's become like a religious revival. They're all saying it was divine intervention by God, and God's plan for Trump is not over yet.
No, it wasn't. No. People have lost their minds.
You know what? Initially, I almost thought he had a change of heart. He really did have a near-death experience. He said if he didn't turn his head, he wouldn't be here. Everyone confirms that. You think he would? Initially, he said he ripped up his speech, and now the speech is going to be about unity and unity and unity. Nah, that was all bullshit. The first day of the convention, it's all bullshit. I mean, it didn't change him, I guess.
Well, because people can't help themselves. You know, it was like a nice moment. You remember after 9/11, everybody was on the same page for about a week or so. And then next thing you know, those little flags were on the side of the road. So, these life events do change people for a short period of time. Want to thank Andrew Day becoming a YouTube member. Thank you, Andrew Day. Wait, I need to know more about this meteor. It went right over the Statue of Liberty. Did it look like a fireball? Was it at night?
11:20 a.m.
Oh, a.m. Okay.
So, like, people were like freaking out. It was when it's in the, just like when the space shuttle like comes back in the atmosphere, it's a fireball. That's exactly. It was at that stage. It was burning up in the atmosphere. It went over the Statue of Liberty, dude. It looked like a science fiction movie. You know what I mean? Like Will Smith is going to come out somewhere.
Will Smith.
And then people said so light obviously travels faster than sound. So people said they were seeing the fireball, and then seconds later they would feel the shockwave, and it disintegrated essentially over Central Park.
Have they picked up pieces?
And they said there wouldn't be any fragments left. It was because it was you would think it was a huge object,
right?
How big do you think that object was? Just take a guess, Opie.
Oh, I already know this stuff.
It was the size of a fucking soccer ball.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that's kind of big for these type of things,
right? So the size of a soccer ball. Like, can you imagine the damage that would have caused? So they say that, by the way, that Manhattan is only 12 miles long and 2.5 miles wide.
Right.
That would be enough to wipe out the Earth.
Well,
size.
Well, it's happened in the past, Ron.
Correct.
You know that humans, or something that is sort of like human beings, have been cycling through this planet for a very, very long time, right?
Opie, do you know how many people you talk to who think dinosaurs didn't exist and the Earth is flat? Really, it's really disturbing.
Well, Ron, why do you think I live way out here with my ultimate goal being living on top of a mountain so I can see people coming?
It's
I can't
just
live
you
in the
and
same
those
world as dummies.
It's just you and those protected seabirds.
Well, they took down the breaking news. They took down the fencing, Ron. I guess the piping plovers are done laying all their eggs.
Right.
And now we can have our beach back. So, but the piping plovers are still wandering around. So, why would you take down the protection?
Right. By
the way, John Courts, $4.99. Oh, the salmon was smoked, but not as smoked as your bathroom. Oh, no, you didn't. I ate some smoked salmon. You're a Jewish fella. You understand a little lox on your bagel, right?
So you ate lox?
I don't know. What's smoked salmon? Isn't that lox?
Yeah, lox. Yeah. When you go to a deli?
No, I went to a supermarket. I grabbed a package of smoked salmon. I make the whole thing myself at home.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
the Nova Lux salmon, dude. It's like, by the way, so healthy. Opie, I have a package in my fridge right now. I can show you. I'm not even joking.
I love the stuff, but the problem is, Ron, I had the green apple splatters because the expiration date on this was June 8th. I don't think we're in June anymore, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, you ate bad fish?
I ate bad fish. Yeah.
Dude, you don't check the date?
I don't check dates, Ron.
That's what happens. Don't trust the Jews with the dates. You got to check yourself.
I don't check the dates. I should have checked. Wait, I swear to you, Ron, for a second, I thought I was dreaming. and that that I wasn't like awake doing a live stream with Ron the Waiter. Wait, a meteor went over to you? I'm still out of my mind. I just went on Twitter and I see the fireball. Now they're saying there were military exercises in the region when that happened too. That's a coincidence, no?
Listen, what's the expression? Smoke him if you got him. Who the hell knows what's going on? Who knows? That could have been a UFO.
Well, maybe it was a UFO and it's a cover-up.
Yeah.
Because they don't want us to know about the UFOs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Trump bandage? Come on, man. Come on, man.
It almost looks like he's Secret Service, like with a little walkie-talkie earpiece.
But the thing looks like if he moves, it's going to fall off his head.
Yeah, it's big.
It looks like a big maxi pad. Thank you. Look, idiots out there, the younger generation people. You know, you could love your Trump. You can support the Trump. You can feel bad for the Trump. I feel bad for the Trump. Absolutely. I'm very glad he's still with us. But you also should make fun of the bandage. It looks ridiculous.
He's wearing a sanitary napkin on his face.
Well, that's what Mike Bergen Jr. is saying. It looks like a huge maxi pad on his ear.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous. Whatever wound he has, and some people are questioning if he has much of anything. I'm not going to question that, Ron. I'm not in the same room as him. But
yeah.
I think you could kind of wrap it in a way that looks way cooler than this thing that's just bouncing off his head.
Did you hear the joke Mark Norman said about it?
No, what did he say?
He said, I'm paraphrasing, but he said he's pretending to be Stormy Daniels, and he goes, so now Donald's not the only one who got shot in the face.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've hung with Mark Norman many, many times on the radio.
Oh, yeah?
He absolutely is way on the spectrum. he's hilarious.
Oh, okay, you know what? That makes sense.
He's
got that feel. He's got that mannerism.
Yeah, he's out of his mind. He's funny and out of his mind at the same time. Andrew Day, thank you for the 10 somethings. Love you. Love the show. New Zealand loves you. Come for a vacation. Me and Ron the Waiter. Let's go to New Zealand.
What are they called? Kiwis?
Well, I don't know.
I think so.
Kiwis.
I heard New Zealand. New Zealand's beautiful. New Zealand looks so exotic. That's where they filmed the trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, because.
Yes, Ron. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to 1998 with your movie trivia.
I bet you a lot of people didn't know that.
I think a lot of people at this point kind of knew that, and the other people don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's what I think. Do you like kiwis? Can we talk about fruits that suck?
I don't like kiwis. It's like slimy.
Kiwis are a fruit that should be delicious, and they're not. No. They're a pain in the ass to peel. You don't get enough fruit.
I could top you on that one. Good luck with a fucking pomegranate. You open it up just to pick out a seed to eat it, and then you're stained. Like you're stained in this like blueberry red shit.
Yeah. What about the thing? It's this big. It's beige, and just about the whole thing is a stupid pit, and they make drinks with it. Oh, what the hell is it called? It's delicious, but you only get like this much of the fruit because the rest of the stupid thing is a pit. I'm trying to remember the name. Oh, it'll come to me. Whatever.
Is it kind of like fuzzy on the outside?
No.
Does it have like
I think it's a little bumpy on the outside.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds like, honestly, Opie, my answer would be testicle. That's what it sounds like you're describing.
It kind of like a testicle, sure. Yeah. So is New York freaking out about this meteor? I can't. I gotta keep going back to this. This is crazy.
This is why it's like people kind of freak out a little bit. Now we are in a state of emergency because we are now in our third heat wave.
Right.
And we are now we're on day 3. So the high today is going to be 94 with the heat index at like 106. So it's like, By the way, there's no one in the city anymore.
Right.
There's literally everyone's gone. Like, it's so fucking hot here. Massive subway delays this morning because the heat is fucking up the switches.
Right.
So if you're taking the 1, 2, 3, the N, the F, fuck it.
Right.
So yeah, and once again they're extending the hours of the pools, and they have all these cooling centers. You know, I'm not sure if I was hallucinating, but I could have sworn I saw a pigeon burst into flame midair. Pretty sure. They fell to the ground all rotisserie. It was delicious.
I believe it.
No, dude, it really is hot. It's fucking. It's like the subway system is not working this morning because of it.
I feel like you want to play How Hot Was It?
Yeah.
The pigeons are falling out of the sky, and all you have to do is get your plate. If you can land one, you got some nice lunch for yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, we're not feeling that heat wave out here at all, to be honest with you. We've barely gotten over 80 degrees.
They said if you want, the coolest spot they said now is in the Hamptons because the ocean is acting like a natural air conditioner because the water is much cooler than the air.
Hey, Ron,
I think it's only like 60 something.
Hey, Ron, did you forget that I told you that on this very live stream? I explained that whole thing to you, that it's a natural AC because the wind's coming from the southwest and it picks up the cold off the cold ocean, and then it gives you the nice cool down. I told you all that.
I have no recollection, Senator.
All right, fair enough. Brian Bernard, holy crap, where have you been, Brian? I'm happy to finally catch a live stream again. Good morning, Ope Squad and Ron the Waiter. He gave us $20, Ron. I think I gotta buy you a beer now. That's
that. Oops, what happened? I don't know what happened. No. You said that 3 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, but I'm not in the city to buy you a beer. Do you understand how this works? I'm not going back there until September.
No, you don't understand. I'm keeping track. So by the time we come back in September, you're going to pretty much owe me a case.
Of course you're keeping track.
Here we go.
Your kind keeps track. Can we be fair with that? You guys like to keep track, Ron?
We love the counting. We love the adding.
You love the adding. Love the adding. Go in the water. I ain't going in the water. Andrew Day, I'm super chatting only to annoy Skip Van. Who the hell is Skip Van? I think we do way less nonsense here. I already banned Skip. Some idiot, Ron. Ready for this? Ready for this? Some guy jumps in the chat to go, this is sad. What the F is sad about this? It's the people that try too hard because they're miserable in their lives. How is this sad?
Yeah. What's sad?
I wake up early. I do a live stream. I'm on my deck. It's nice and cool. I saw a couple whales just before I turned this on. The ocean's right there. You can hear the waves. You can hear the birds.
Opie, first of all, Opie, I had these in the whole time. They're not even working. I was like, wait a minute. No, now I can hear you even better without the fucking earpiece.
All right.
Anyways, Opie, have you always been a morning person?
Yes, I have. Because
me too, dude. Like, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, if you're gonna ask me a question, Ron, you gotta give me a chance to answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, I started being a morning person when I was a caddy. I started caddying when I was 13-ish. So you had to beat the literal sun to the golf course because as soon as that sun popped up, these members wanted out. They wanted out. So you had to beat the sun to the golf course. And then that segued, many years later into morning radio for a very long time. And it's the best time of day.
Opie, quick question. Like, so what time is your alarm going off if you're a caddy? Like 4:35?
I mean, honestly, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
It's been so long, but I would say 5.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean 5, get out of bed and go. Because we had to hit the deli. We had to hit the deli and get the Long Island buttered roll and a thing of orange juice for breakfast.
For like $1.99.
Dude, it's glorious. People don't understand. Like, there's no one out. There's no a-holes. Do you get up in the morning and just wander around Queens because no one's around? You got the whole place to yourself.
It's peaceful. It really is. It's very peaceful.
And then when like the assholes start appearing, that's when I take a little nappy. I take the little nappies there, Ron the Waiter.
Yeah.
but it's the best time of day for real. For real. Even if you're a little sleepy. Oh, the starfish fruit. We're talking about fruit that sucks. Vincent Scaramuzzo. What about starfish fruit?
What's that?
They look like little stars. They stink. Absolutely stink.
Yeah.
But anyway, the big news is the Meteor. The big news is the Trump bandage falling off his head. I
really do believe he's gonna he's so vain. He said there's a significant piece of his ear gone. He's vain. He's gonna bling it up. He is.
You think he blings it up?
I think he blings it up, or he just goes like fucking bionic. That's the first piece when he's gonna go cyborg. He's gonna have a bionic ear.
Oh, I do have a little breaking news in the Trump thing. So they talked to the head of the Secret Service. She's a lady, and I guess before this job, she was in charge of like chips and cola for some kind of company. She was in charge of one of those snack companies, and now she's like in charge of Secret Service. She said they didn't put anyone on that roof because the roof was slanted. You can't make this stuff up. The roof was slanted, right? And she was scared one of her people would fall off.
She said the risk was too much that they could slide off. Yeah. So we just left it up to local law enforcement because they were in that was the staging area for local law enforcement. They were in the fucking building. Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of the guys, one of the local guys, he climbed up and saw the dude pointing a gun at him, and he fumbled about and ran away. He ran away, Ron.
So what happened? So he got boosted up by his fellow officers. So he's on the roof. He has two hands holding the roof.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have access to a gun. And he said and then he's got the two cops, almost like a cheerleader pyramid. And he said the guy pointed the long rifle at him, and he just went backwards.
Yeah,
he fell 8 feet. Either way, he would have been killed immediately.
It's just unbelievable.
And Opie, here's the other major controversy. Yeah. Before the assassination attempt, there is a major 2 days before, and now this is out in the news now. Iran has an assassination plot against Trump. So the Secret Service essentially doubled their security for Trump.
Right.
And then 2 days later, this happened. So they're literally dumbfounded. And this woman, there's no fucking way she lasts.
Oh,
there's no way.
No, we used to say back on the old show, fired, so fired.
This
she's not
guy
just fired, she's so fired.
This guy he was 150 yards away, direct line of sight, and he had the height advantage. It's amazing Trump's alive. It really is.
And it's very creepy. They don't have a motive. They can't find anything online. He didn't have much of a social media presence. He's a 3-year-old kid with no social media presence.
Opie, Jesus Christ, does he fit the profile? Right, recently out of high school, loner, never spoke, the glasses, the braces, the pimples, but he never had any. How could you figure this out? He didn't have any issues. You know what I mean? He didn't have any mental issues.
Well, he was a loner and he was bullied. Right.
He was bullied, you said?
Yeah, all kids.
Yes,
all
man,
kids are
I've seen that, dude. I've seen that scenario.
Without getting into details, there was a little bit ago. My son was, being bullied pretty good at school, right? And so we go in. He goes to a private school. Yeah, we go in to try to talk about this kid. That's the big bully in school. Yeah, and they turned to me and my wife and they said, "There's nothing we could do about that." I go, "What do you mean? There's nothing you could do about that? This kid, we know who it is bullying my son." Oh, their parents donated $2 million to redo the gym. There's nothing we can do.
They said that, or is that what you're thinking? They didn't say that.
That is based on a true story that has nothing to do with my son. It might have something to do with somebody else. But basically what I'm trying to tell you is some of these kids could do whatever the hell they want because their parents are big donors at the school, Ron.
And guess what happens? The bullying continues, and then the kid shoots up people. I mean, yeah.
I agree, brother. Paul Spinella, Biden hasn't fired anyone. He's not going to fire her. Man, well, that would be freaking crazy, right? But I guess it is true. She's still on the job. She
said she's not leaving.
Right.
She's going to have to be fired.
Hey, one of my big donors doesn't like you. Barrister 1401, $10. Oh, can't you get anyone better than this loud screaming granny? We love the Ron the waiter. Ron's killing it today.
I guess he doesn't like the show The Nanny.
Hey, Barrister, how about we put you to the fire, Barrister? Give me $100. I'll remove Ron from the live stream.
Yeah, then he'll owe me a lot of beers.
You give me 100 and I will click remove. How about that? Put your money where your mouth is, Barrister 1401.
Go ahead, do it.
And then we got Andrew Day again. The ladies on the Secret Service team are definitely fired, so fired. Well, they were fumbling about, weren't they? The Melissa McCarthy lady who couldn't get her gun back in the holster. She's panicking. She's a panicky Pete. She's nervous. Her hand's like this. And she can't find the holster.
It was still, and it turned out it was on the other side of her. It was on the other hip.
Oh, that's what the deal was?
What's that?
That's what the deal was? She couldn't find the right hip?
It wasn't fitting in because the holster for that was on the other side. And then when she ran, remember she went down like 3-4 times, and then she finally looked down, and her expression was, oh. Like you could tell she went, oh. And then she moved the gun to her other hip and put it in the holster. She was rattled.
Oh, you think she was rattled?
She was rattled. Yeah.
That was downright terrifying. Scott Watson, let's keep bullying Ron to see if we can get him to snap. I ain't bullying Ron the waiter.
It's going to take a lot for me to snap.
And there you go. John Cords, who I respect. He says, Ron is a good egg. Glad he's here. Thank you, John Cords.
Thank you very much. John. Thank you.
You know, I was trying to get Mike Bichetti, but, you know, Mike Bichetti's a big get these days. So I'll take Ron the waiter anytime.
I come cheap.
All right, we're negotiating. Barrister 1401, he gave me $5. I asked for the 100 to remove Ron the waiter from the live stream. He goes, oh, I'll give you 50 just to mute the granny. What? Do you look like a? Oh, wait a minute. Oh!
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
A little summer cold, I guess. Huh? That might be because I biked my ass off into the wind twice in 2 days.
You what?
I had to drop my car off. You don't have a car, Ron. You don't drive. You're a virgin. You might be
no
gay.
License to hit. No license. No.
So you don't understand the concept of having to drop your car off and then pray that the guy doesn't rake you over the coals, even though you're just getting an oil change.
I said for what? Oh, to get something done. Okay.
Well, no, I had to get an inspection, oil change, kick the tires a little bit, check the brakes, put some windshield wipers on, some fluids.
You have an electric car?
I don't have an electric car, Ron.
All right, good. But that's it. You're a man. You're burning the fossils.
Well, I got in a Tesla, and I know this Elon Musk is a controversial figure, but I loved driving the Tesla. It was absolutely amazing. But I want to be in a big size truck.
Oh, so you don't have the Tesla no more?
No, it was long story short, my brother rented a house with his extended family on the other side down the beach. And his brother-in-law had a Tesla. He goes, oh, go, just drive it. And I drove it. It was absolutely amazing. And that was a few years ago now, so I can't even imagine how much better the technology is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Ernest Culling, Opie, you're the best. Simply the best. Thank you, sir.
Maybe he should donate to you.
Ernest is a good egg. I don't need to beg these people. They do right by me. It's the people that sit here in the room day after day and they can't even hit the like, Ron. Drives me nuts. Absolutely nuts. So I got a hangnail. Should I go for it?
Don't do it. It's going to get infected.
Well, yeah, but it's just hanging there.
No, but where? Like sometimes you get a hangnail in the middle and then you bite it. it like will take a piece of your skin off. That hurts. You know what I'm talking about?
No, well, I got it on the side right here.
Oh, the side's fine. You can do the sides, okay.
This side's not fine because you go for the pull, right? And sometimes you pull it out and you're good.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt anymore. Right now it hurts a lot, this stupid finger. But if I pull it, the wrong way, I could have a thin red strip from here all the way down to my elbow.
Yes. And then you're going to need the hydrogen peroxide. Dude, I do it all the time.
God, you're so Jewish.
I have a bottle of it right beside the Lux.
Well, yeah. I think I got it. Ow!
Goddamn hero. Opie. Goddamn it.
There it is. A little blood for the kid. But I got it out there, Ron.
God damn it, Opie. It was your Vietnam.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I need a... Wait, where'd Ron go?
Look at that. Man down.
I need a Trump bandage. I'm bleeding.
Man down.
I'm bleeding. Holy crap. John Courts just gifted a membership for my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank
Opie,
you.
Can I give a public service announcement? About
Sure.
So you just cut yourself, right? You got a little blood. So right. No, listen, this is true. And this was at Jacob Reese Beach. I had a friend and he cut his like his foot, his ankle, like he had a scrape and it was bleeding. Like from walking on the sand, he cut it like on a shell, you understand? So
Sure.
he said, fuck it, I'm going to I'll just go back in the water, clean it off, wash it off. And then we stayed in the water and we were throwing the fucking Nerf football. Guess what happened when he came out? He had like a fucking worm. He had like one of those blood suckers on his foot. Like seriously, never put exposed blood in the ocean. He freaked out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, are you serious?
100%. He had like one of those fucking like, it looked like a little eel and it was attached to the cut. And he had to pull it out. It was like fucking horrible. It was like a nightmare.
Man, sometimes
if you're put your finger in the ocean.
Well, sometimes if you're in another country, some of those little wormy things go right up your pee hole, Ron. Yeah,
I mean, well, I've experienced that like in lakes. So you go to lakes, there's blood suckers, but I didn't know. Honestly, in lakes for sure, especially in lakes for sure. And sometimes when you come out of a lake, you'll have them on your legs and your forearms, and then you're supposed to put salt on them. I had no idea that existed in the ocean. Dude, we were only knee deep. Like seriously, we were only knee deep. And then someone else said the smell of the blood is so strong for certain species because they feed off of blood. They're blood suckers. But I didn't know they were in the ocean. I would say it was probably like 3 inches long. It was horrible.
Well, he's lucky. A shark didn't come around.
100%.
Right,
but,
man.
Yeah, you're right.
That ocean water is magical, though.
Yeah.
You go in there with a cut. It's amazing how quick things heal when you go swimming every day in the ocean. It cured my athlete's foot. Cured it up all nice.
Did you have athlete's foot before? You really did?
I've had athlete's foot since 1987. Barrister 1401s. I'm kind of bummed that that I love the barrister on this thing every morning. I love the Ron the waiter, Ron. I call him sometimes. Ron, how often do you eat off customers' plates when bussing tables? He doesn't like it, Ron. This sucks because I want my people to get along.
That's all right. The friction's good for entertainment.
For entertainment purposes, right?
Yeah, sure. What's the matter? He doesn't like whiny fucking people?
Maybe he's Palestinian. Maybe that's what's going on here.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Hey, Ron.
Would not be shocked. But it was almost code word when he said whiny grandmother. I know what you meant there, buddy.
Well, he's back again. He said Ron just literally picked his nose, then wiped his hair, dry heaving. Did you really do that, Ron?
No, but I've done it before.
We've all done the pick. We've all
picked the boogers.
I love people that make fun of others for picking their noses. Like we all done the pick. Shut up.
And we've all occasionally put our finger in the back of our pants and gave the finger a little sniffy just to see if everything's okay back there. We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah, you might be on your own on that one, Ron.
Bullshit. We've all done it.
No, I'm good for a good taint itch, but I don't do the smell part. A good taint itch keeps everyone honest, but you don't go for the sniff. No, you're on your own on that one.
No? Seriously, you've never farted and you're like, oh, wait a minute, and you have to check.
Oh, check to see if well,
maybe a little gravy came out. That's all.
Oh my God, Ron! Don't
We're
make
all
me go
adults
on
here.
Barrister's side.
Hey, Barrister, you having fun now, buddy?
All right. So the big news is the Meteor over New York. That I can't wait to. Man, maybe I should have fucking read the news before I went on a live stream. I might have to call my friend All Day NYC.
They opened up the news this morning with it.
All right, I'll be all about that after this. You know, what I learned today: a good taint itch keeps everyone honest. Well, that's true. I mean, you know,
everybody's done it. Everybody's done it.
Oh my God, a good taint itch will. Yes, I think that is the solution for world peace. Everyone sit around and just itch their taints.
Well, if you want world peace, we should scratch each other's taints to make the connections. No?
I mean, that's, you know. That's
you don't want world peace?
It's going a little too far there, Ron.
A little kumbaya?
A little kumbaya. All right. Are we, anything else on your mind before we let you go, Ron?
Well, hold on. I wanted to bring up this topic quickly.
Sure.
Do you really believe that when people die, they die in threes?
No. God, no.
Really? Because this weekend, you know what? Honestly, Opie, I really am starting to believe it. This weekend, and I'm trying to figure out the connection. Richard Simmons, Dr. Ruth, and Shannon Doherty, all within like a day apart on the weekend. And it really does seem to come in threes.
Well, the Richard Simmons thing proves that exercise doesn't work, obviously, right? Dr. Ruth dying proves that sex doesn't keep you young, right?
Yeah.
And then I have nothing on Shannon Doherty because that's just tragic.
She's been battling breast cancer probably for well over a decade.
Yeah, I don't think the dying in threes thing is real.
Really? You don't believe that?
No, because I think if you had a whole list of all the like kind of public figures that died in the same range, you could probably add one or two in there to make it 5.
So you know what they're saying about Richard Simmons is like he may have really died from a broken heart. Apparently, he was devastated over a relationship and then like died shortly thereafter. Now, I don't know if that's related, but that's what's coming out.
Well, all right.
Oh, you know who came out and you know said, "Hey, you're gonna sparkle in heaven," is the guy who's gonna play him in the biography.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore came. Yeah.
Supposedly,
you sparkle in heaven, Richard.
Supposedly, people don't like the Pauly Shore because Richard Simmons wasn't into the Pauly Shore making that movie or something like that, and that put a lot of stress on Richard Simmons' heart.
Richard Simmons was 100% against it.
And by the way, Shelley Duvall also died, Ron. So that would that would make 4. That goes against your celebrities dying in 3 right there.
Oh no, you're wrong. Apparently, it's in 4s now.
Oh, it's in 4s. All right.
Since the Meteor, things have changed.
Since the Meteor. I like Ron on this thing. I like you on this, Ron. Because I'll be honest, you know, to that Barrister 1401, I turn this on every morning. And this morning, I didn't really have much. I didn't have much. So Ron,
I fucking brought it. I brought it, Barrister.
Comes on like a flying meteor over New York City.
Coming on like a fucking New York City heat wave, baby.
And gave me a little show today. He gave me a little show for everybody. See, there you go. Andrew Day saying, "Oops, smashed your theory, Ron." That's right. Sorry.
Damn it.
All right,
every time I look at your picture, the sky doesn't look real. It's that picturesque. It looks like that's one of those fake backdrops and like you're really like doing this from your kitchen.
Well, and every day it's different. That's what I love about out here. Every day.
Well, what if it's so? Do you move this inside if it's like stormy and rainy, or you just don't do it that day, like the live stream?
I don't really like doing it inside.
Right.
My thing is to try to do it on the deck. And sometimes, you know, I have to set up umbrellas and it starts raining on my back. I kind of like the gorilla feel to this whole thing. So, you know, but I mean, if it was going to rain 3 or 4 days in a row, then I guess I would set up inside. But then again, when it rains or something, or it's too windy, that's when I kind of take a day anyway. These people are sick of me. They need a day to get away from me too.
So I assume you come back to the city when your kids go back to school. That's probably how it works, right?
Yeah, and the stupid schools, they want the kids back the day after Labor Day. What is wrong with you?
Dude, you know what? In Massachusetts, they go before Labor Day. I think that's so stupid. You're fucking up families' vacations.
I think it's incredibly stupid. I think, you know, down south, they start in early August, man. They don't mess around at all. And it's like, I think at this point, what frustrates, I'll leave you with this because I do have to go. What frustrates me about life is that we just make it hard for ourselves. We're in charge. We're living this life now. Screw the people that came before us. Screw the people that are going to be here after us. We're living this life now. So change the goddamn rules. No one has to work except for, you know, there's some people that have those very, very important jobs. But the most of us don't have to work 5 days a week anymore to get our goddamn jobs done. Stop with the huge 100-pound backpacks for kids. You don't have to do that. You can put everything on a goddamn tablet. And kids don't have to be in school as long anymore. If we missed a day of school, you know, we would go through life like not knowing English, basically. But nowadays, they're learning online all day long. They don't have to be in school as much.
Yeah, but it's not just about they can do that online. It's essential that they get that socialization. That's really what's important.
But you could do that in a 4-day work week, a 4-day school week. Let everyone have 3-day weekends. This world would be a much better place. People would be way happier, right?
Opie, I agree with you. Like in modern society and the modern age, I'm not sure you need to go to school 5 days anymore. But then the real problem is, if the kids aren't going to school 5 days a week, who's watching the kids? You know what I mean? That becomes an issue.
Give them an iPad. That's what we did.
Yeah.
They were our best babysitter. Here's your iPads.
Do you remember the term latchkey kids?
Yeah.
I was a latchkey kid.
Well, that's what has changed in my lifetime. When I was growing up, if your mommy worked, she was looked at as a weirdo. And now,
she wasn't a good mother.
And obviously every most moms work now. But when I was coming up, man, the moms that worked were looked at as like, what is wrong with your mom? Why is she working?
Right. Yeah.
All right. I got to go, Ron. All right. Go. You want to plug something? Ron the waiter on everything, right?
So quickly before you go.
Yep.
This Friday.
Yep.
At the world famous Bohemian Beer Garden.
Yep.
8 p.m.
Yep.
We have I'm hosting, producing and hosting, but we have as the headliner. I'm not, Opie, tell me if I'm exaggerating. Literally one of Indonesia's biggest comedic stars, who was the Jon Stewart of Indonesia. This guy doesn't get any bigger. He's headlining at the Bohemian Beer Garden. And guess who else is co-headlining?
No, it's funny. You don't even know how to say his name. So you said the biggest Indonesian comic. Try to say Panji's name. Panji what? What? How do you say his last name?
P. It's Panji P. You say it. Do you know how to say it?
No, that's why I'm calling you out.
It's like Kawasaki Sukasaki. God, Panji, I apologize if you're listening.
I love the Panji, but his last name has a lot of consonants in places that we're not used to seeing the consonants and the combinations of the letters in America.
Here's the deal. I counted it. There's like 14 fucking letters and shit in there. You have to take a breath to finish his last name.
No doubt. Let me see if I can look up his name really fast here. Panji. I love the Panji.
Power Kakadoodle.
Panji Pragawasono.
Sounds like you have Down syndrome.
It's Pragwakosono.
All right, try to say it again.
Panji Pragawakosono. Oh wait, now I'm making it sound like more. Japanese,
they're never going to let us into the country.
All right, Ron. Can you go?
Oh, and by the way, our buddy JQ's on the show as well.
Love the JQ. Love the Ron the Waiter. Love the Panji. Ron, this was a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You passed the audition. I will see you in a week.
Okay, Opie. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Stay cool.
There goes my friend Ron. There goes Ron. And we leave with Andrew Day gifting 1 Opie Radio membership for Opie Radio, my YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Andrew, man, you stepped up today. I'm not going to lie. Thank you very much to Andrew Day and everybody else that gave a few bucks. Hit the like on the way out. Not plugging anything because the plugs are useless. You don't click after I plug, so go.